All right, 3, 2, 1. Good morning. Oh boy, good morning, good morning, good morning. What a day. What a week. What a load of stress. So, let's get this all shared around, and then we'll start with the whole doobly-doo and doing the talking and answering questions and stuff. Let's pop out the chat. Chat is live. Alan, good morning. How are we doing today, brother? And fallen from grace, Jolene. Good morning. How are you? How are both of you guys doing today? I guess that's as good as I can get it there. All right, let's hop over the chat. Let's see. Getting ready to go to the fair, and Eileen. Morning. I'm only on for a little bit as I drive. Ah, okay. Well, this has been Hell Week. Plain and simple, it's been an absolute disaster. For me, at least. How things have been going. Little man has been sick, and because he's been sick, he's been waking up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, screaming, coughing, crying, the whole 9 yards. Won't go back to sleep. So I've been getting up with him. And last night was the first full night of sleep I've gotten in like a week and a half. And y'all, I am dead tired. And day 2 of helping somebody else move. So, fun. So let me show you the plans for that I've been going through with the for the railing in the church. Oh no, poor little man. Yeah, he's not taking it well. Some sort of sinus thing. So he's he's in rough shape today. Let's hop over to the doobly-doo so I can show you guys what I'm currently working on at the church. And now, Alan, you saw this yesterday, me making these posts here. Just 3.5-inch square posts out of plywood. I'm thinking I'm going to go through and take my router and either put 1 or 2 lines in them. And we'll do, 3/4-inch square pickets. Turn off hidden objects. There we go. And then do 3/4 oak square pickets. I didn't put the cap rail on here yet because I didn't really know exactly what I was going to do with it until I was done with it. So here we are. But I have that figured out. It's actually going to be a hell of a lot easier than what I thought initially. But yeah, got to make a ton of pickets this week. Need to make 100 and some of the things, like 108 or 106 of them or something, or 102, somewhere in there. I'm just gonna make the cap rail as nice as I can, and then we'll figure out the rest later. Because I want to do integral handicap ends on the oak as well. But yeah, starting to turn out pretty nice. So I'm happy with that. Let's get over to the chat screen. Alan, what did you think about the new bat I'm working on? I think it's awesome. I think that bat is really cool looking. And I'm excited to see the finished products of all of it. And hey, Chris, it's Rich. Hey, Rich, I haven't talked to you in like forever. What? Do you not like me or something? I'm just busting you. Yeah, I think that bat's really cool looking, and I can't wait to see the finished product. With those pressure point things in them, I think that's gonna look really cool. But yeah, it's been a week, guys. So, apparently, and I learned this one from Jolene because everyone was talking about it, but I didn't hear anything about it. And there was a mysterious object, a UFO, flying through our atmosphere last night that people all over NEPA saw and mysteriously disappeared. And according to what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, it was one of the Starlink satellites being launched from Florida. But we saw it up here. So I don't know how that makes sense, but apparently it does. I don't know, maybe you could see it, but I've never seen any launches from like Cape Canaveral or anything, but I don't know. So that's the thing. Rich, life has been pretty crazy. New job, rehabs shoulder, then a torn quad, and rehabbing that. Yeah, I heard you messed up your leg while you were running. You did that like half marathon or something. How's that recovery going, buddy? And Alan, I think I'm going to use 12 of them in diamond patterns, going from top to bottom. Ooh, that'd be cool. I don't. Is there enough space, or is that gonna be like a big bat? Let me see. I guess that wouldn't be too big. And you have those little mounting holes on it too that you could easily secure it to the bat. So cool. Are you gonna be putting some sort of like a sheathing over top of it, like a thin leather, or so that just the little itty bitty tips that are gonna poke out, or are you gonna leave them exposed, kind of like a because they kind of I know it's white plastic, but it kind of looks like bone. So, yeah. But yeah, she's the wife is taking little man to the doctor today. And he gave us one hell of a fight this morning, trying to get him fed and dressed and out the door, exposed. Cool. Yeah, hell of a fight trying to get him dressed and out the door and everything else. So I was just like, dude, stop. Of course he wouldn't stop. So I got great news, actually. As tired and stressed as I've been, I actually saw a store over in Luzerne yesterday, and pretty decent space. It's going to be 29 square by about 9 inches deep for $25 a month. So I think I'm gonna take a handful of my stuff up there and see how it does. It's right on a take some jewelry up there, take some smith goods, or forged goods or whatever, like the S hooks, J hooks. I'm gonna have some herb choppers I can take up there, cutting boards, so on and so forth. So we'll see how that goes. And Eileen, it's going start slow jogging. Your English is real good. After going 2 to 3 weeks with barely being able to walk, so much better. Good. I know I have. I didn't tear, but I I stretched out my ACL, MCL, and PCL on my leg. 3 out of the 4 ligaments connecting your quad to your upper leg to your lower leg, right around your knee joint. And some days I get it, not being able to walk. That's actually why I have back problems too, because it pulls on my sciatica. When it starts to go out, it tightens my my hamstring, pulls my sciatica out. Then I'm laid out for days or weeks. Sometimes it goes out so bad I can't even walk for a couple days. I can't feel my legs. It gets bad sometimes. So I understand barely being able to walk. Not with that particular pain, but it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. So I'm very glad to hear you're on the mend. Actually, I think I did tear a muscle once. It was, I don't know what the name of the muscle is, but it's the one at the very top of your forearm here. Even now, it still gives me trouble. What was it? Nine, 10 years later, it still gives me trouble. Frustrating is the perfect word for that. Yeah, because you physically know you can physically do it if it weren't for this thing. You can do the thing. You can run it or jump it or lift it or do whatever, but your body won't let you. Frustrating. I was actually I was certified in Highline Rescue when I was a camp counselor. I did that for 4 or 5 years. I can't remember. I think it was 5 years, and it was the last year. And how we had it set up is we had a 35-foot rock wall, and then we had a little rope bridge over to a platform where you hook in for zip lining, and you zip down the mountain out to a pole, which was about 75 foot off the ground, and then you would zip back up the mountain, and I think in elevation you'd end up about 10 to 15 feet below the start of the rock wall. And it was a slack line, so instead of being tight, the line was loose. So you'd accelerate going down, and then after you hit the midpoint, you were actually zipping back up. So whatever momentum you gained would be lost by the time you hit the pole. And I had one kid. Now this was when I was about 350. And the one kid was maybe, I don't know, he was maybe 150. So he came up, and I could see in his eyes he knew he wasn't going to make it. His feet touched the bottom of the ramp, and by doing that, he killed all his momentum, because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to kind of run up the ramp. But yeah, his feet touched the ramp, and I just saw him float back Jill and Ellie say good morning. Good morning, Jill. Good morning, Ellie. How we doing, little bean? So I had to go out. I hooked onto the line. I fed myself out, hooked into him, and just started pulling us back in. But the problem is, the closer you get to the ramp and to the pole, the more steep the incline is. So I ended up pulling 450, 500 pounds, just foot at a time, up at a steeper and steeper incline, until we finally got him in. And I was sore, but about halfway up, I heard just this god-awful pop from my right arm, and I could just hold the rope to me, so I was grabbing, pulling, cinching, and I had no grip strength for for almost 2 months, I had almost no grip strength. And even now, it's still, that muscle still bothers me really badly, so I'm pretty sure I tore it or something. But, yeah. Like, I could crush walnuts in my hand before that, and then I could barely hold a can of soda, so. Yeah, that sucked. I mean, it's a great story now. That was awful. And my daily Bible verse from the in-laws. So, my plans for the week are to do everything in my power to get this railing done as nice as I can. I was originally, and I have all the lumber milled up for it, all the oak milled up for it. I was going to do 2 pieces of red oak running down the top to give me a nice profile. But looking at the cross section of the existing rail that's in there, like one of the pew dividers or something, what they have is they actually have a piece of 1x3 oak in there with a profile routed out. Then they have the rail coming down, and what I originally was going to put the second piece of oak on there for was actually just some pieces of trim that was in there that's in there and was nailed on. So what I'm going to do is just make it all out of just one piece of oak, the top of it, and get the ends on there and get things bent around and whatnot, and make that look nice. And then I'm going to come back and do the trim pieces at some other time. Either right away if I have time to do it, or some point in the future. But at least this way we'll have railing that is hooked up and ready to go for the wedding. And I am not going to lose my ever-living mind on it. Jill, I just sent you a picture of my project that we needed the planer for. Oh boy. Oh, that is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, Jill. Very nice. Mind if I show that to the class? Now, is that something out of your own mind, or is it, go ahead, or is it a historical piece that you're emulating or replicating? Let me actually pull the thing up so I can see what people are seeing. That is cool. That is very cool, Jill. Pinecrest find. Very cool. Well, let's do a little research then here real quick. I'm not really getting Pinecrest archaeology find. It's not really bringing anything to anyways. Let's see. Maiden and Mother Crone. Oh, Pinterest. Alan mistyped. I should finish the noms and the words by next week. I'll shoot you the finished project when I'm done. Pinterest find. Alan mistyped. Yes, of course. Of course it's Alan mistyping. Yeah. Very cool though. Very cool stuff. I love seeing when my friends get creative and do cool things. Like, it's real. It just fills me with joy seeing other people's creativity. I never shared this stream around either. I should probably do that. Just got right into talking, and we've been having such a good time. Let's share this on the Book of Faces, see if we can get any other people in here. Be nice if I could actually type too. So, I have a question for all you guys. We're on episode 131. All right? I need to... I want to actually do a... I want to do a nice giveaway for episode number 150. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do. And so I mean, I have some time. I know I have what, like 8 weeks or something like that. 9 weeks. No, I have 19 weeks. To figure something out. But for episode 150, I want to do something nice. I want to do something big. Just because it feels right. It feels good. So what do you guys think I should do? And Jill, thanks. It's been good crafting with Alan again. He's hitting the ATM, then we were going to the Bloom Fair. Awesome. Yeah, crafting with people is so much fun. I very rarely get to do it. But every now and then it's nice to be able to sit down and get kind of craftsy and you know, have a good time of it. Doesn't happen often. Used to happen all the time. But, yeah. Just sent another photo. Ooh, okay, so that's what your inspiration is there. Okay, very cool. So let me show this to the class. Oh, come on. Very cool. Very well done. I almost want it to be like Kind of like have it like a 3-part project or something. Would you prefer it to be a wood or leather project? See, I'm not sure. I could do both. I mean, the only reason I do the a lot of the leather projects on here is because I have my setup here, and now I have this guy, but I've always been able to just kind of show you what I'm doing it and then give it away at the end of the episode. However, I might be able to do it like a 3-part thing or something. Ooh. I know what I can do. I know what I can do. I'm going to design a custom bag with some forged parts, some wooden. So there's going to be some wooden work involved in it, and yeah, have some bags and some pouches and stuff on it. Maybe some straps. I think that's what we'll do. That way I can make something that's nice out of leather, but it has all 3 elements in it. And I'll do the leather working here, live with all of you. But I also do like little things leading up to that. Yeah. I'll do a nice like bag or something. Not something super huge, but maybe that has like some molding that goes into it. And we'll do some nice straps. Morning, brother. Morning, Ken. Yeah, we'll do something for episode 150. We'll do something real nice, because I actually have to make some belts coming up anyways. So I'm going to have to get some practice making some really nice belt buckles to begin with. So that's what we'll do. Look up Heady Bee bags. Yeah. Those could go well. Could do a nice pretty oak or a or piece like that. It's kind of cool that they cinch. Like they automatically cinch with the two wooden pieces. They kind of clap together. Actually, just an idea. It's a good idea. Let me go to the design screen so you guys see what I'm seeing. So yeah, we got something like that, something right there. Could do a nice little carving on the front of it. That would be nice. Yeah, I think I could do something similar to that. What's this here? This one looks like it's multiple pieces, so it's just, some gussets there. It looks in the 2 wooden pieces so that when there's weight applied, it'll close up nice. Yeah, I like that. That would even be nice for a if I do it right. I could do like a modern twist on it. Yeah, they kind of have. they kind of have the right idea right there. It looks like a very modern with the inside out seams and stuff. And pressed corners and stuff. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's just a handle that they're sewing. Yeah, I like that. Could definitely do something along that line. What's this here? This looks like just different clasp pieces or something. Or different styles. So you have the Sigtuna, Viberg, Burka style, and this is the Hedgeby style. A lot of cool styles. So yeah, I could have a lot of fun with that. No. I guess it didn't flip over to the design screen. Yep, and they are period. Good. So yeah, I could definitely do like a modern riff on the Hedgeby design and figure something out like really cool. Do a couple different little doobly-doos and stuff with them. Yeah. Definitely do that. So I'm thinking if I do that and then do maybe like 1 or 2 exterior pockets or something, have a couple interior pockets so it's more of a modern bag or whatever design, and then keep that Hedgeby style body with that clasp up there. That could be very nice. I'm definitely going to put a pin in that and come back to that and revisit that idea a few times to kind of figure it out. Might be doing a Hedgeby design purse, and that would be awesome. I like mine for foraging. So if you put a little cinnamon in the coffee, like ground cinnamon, it is a delightful little tone in the coffee, by the way. You're getting the Viking chuckle out of Jill. Oh, good. Yeah. I think I can do that then. Because if you make it in such a way that it's period, but it has all the modern like conveniences and stuff, like a few internal pockets, maybe a pocket on the reverse side or the hip side for something like like your phone or something. Some internal pockets for like little for cards and stuff, and then a big center pocket. It could be basically it could be a daily use bag, not just a period thing, but it still has those elements of period in it. And then I could actually do some wet molding for the outside pockets, maybe three outside pockets or something. So it could have like some like a little crest work or something, and then maybe I could forge a couple buckles, so you could have something nice and protected in a hardened leather pocket on the outside, and then you have that big bucket on the inside where yes, you have all your your cards and stuff and all your stuff there. But then you could also just use it like a regular person, just dump stuff into it. That would be really nice. And that could be something that's used every day, not just for period stuff. See, I love being able to take stuff from the medieval and Renaissance period and put a bit of a twist on it and bring it into the modern day. I think it's not just a very fun exercise. I think it's a very worthwhile one too. Jill uses hers all the time. Beautiful. Then I could also do canvas bags, some like heavy duck cloth, and maybe waterproof it for some just nice general foraging bags. And boom, 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 boom. Yeah. That'll be good. That'll be really good. Sounds like little man's still giving a big fight to the wife for going to the doctor. It seems like a lot of these have a very simple body to them too, so I could really either pump a lot of these out or get real fun with it. And it wouldn't really take that much. It wouldn't take a lot to get very, very fun and fancy with these, actually. Yeah. This could be a good time. Thank you, Jill, for the point in this direction. Yeah, that's gotta be a good time. Adding the pockets, you could add decorative rivets. Yeah. I could do. Thank you, Jill. I could do like a wet molded pocket where actually. So when you're wet molding leather, you could do just a simple form, right? Or you could cut out, because I have a really nice scroll saw. I just don't use it. But I can cut out, other designs and glue that onto the simple form, and it takes more work. But with sufficiently wet leather and a bone folder, you can get in there and really, work things around, and you can get some really nice designs. Wet molded designs, and then everything else just kind of falls into place after that. And if you get into like differential dyeing too, you could really make things really pop. So like how like when you're doing like leather carving and stuff, you use antique. This stuff here, antique gel. To bring out that depth in the carving. Well, you do a similar thing with the leather. except you go through and you do your body dye as either as a light color, right? Then you go back with a paintbrush and you just paint the dye on the areas you want highlighted. So you could highlight all the low areas so the top is, remains light and pops, or you can do the reverse and just darken the top. A couple different ways you can go on it, but it's all the same idea. You could even go in and dye everything and then strip the dye with I have some dye remover up there. It's noxious stuff, but it works very well. It's like acetone on steroids. So many messages. Seems like everyone wants to message me and talk to me as soon as I'm busy. But then as soon as I'm free, everyone else is busy. It always happens. Like yesterday I got 5 phone calls while I was doing those glue ups for those newels. And who knows how many text messages. And then you guys even showed up during a glue up. You told me you were coming, but still, it's just like everyone shows up when I'm in the middle of doing something and can't stop immediately. But as soon as I'm able to stop and talk and hang out, it's usually everyone else is busy. So I don't know if that's, if you guys experience that too, or if it's just my own meandering experience. But yeah, I'm excited now. I have a lot of design work to do, a lot of different iterations to run through and try to get that done. So I think for the thing, what I'm going to do for the giveaways, I'm going to have all the pieces that would take a long time to make, like the wood pieces, the forged buckles, and the wet forming already done. So that way on camera it's just cutting out the body and assembling all the different pieces. So instead of being like a 15-hour video live stream, it's going to be like a 3-hour something, or 2 hours or whatever. And Jill, I enjoy watching you work, so feel free to keep going if we ever stop by. Feel free to stop by whenever you want if you want to watch me sit there and work and sometimes cuss up a storm. You guys are always welcome to the shop. You guys are always welcome to the shop, and whether I'm doing woodwork or forging, you guys are always welcome to stop by. I'm there Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, usually. I think I need to do some more live streams or live events too, while I'm at the shop and just talking with people. Yeah, just talk with people while I'm on doing my thing. I think especially for like forging though, I think for that I would need to switch over to doing for that I would need to do charcoal instead of coal, and just use the bellows instead of the air pump. Bellows are a lot cooler and a lot quieter, and charcoal requires a lot less directed energy as opposed to the coal, which really wants a lot of airflow. So yeah. Actually, speaking of that, I need to make a few more brackets for the church real quick. So I'll probably end up doing that Monday morning before I get everything else, just to just to knock the cobwebs off and burn out some of that cold air that's in there. Have a nice roaring fire, even if it's only for 20 minutes. Make everything feel much nicer. And especially if I'm doing charcoal, it smells nice too. And then I smell like fire all day. And who doesn't love smelling like fire? And actually, as it wears later into fall, I actually do intend on having some classes there. So if you guys ever want to come down, you'll be more than welcome. But yeah, these bags, I think these bags are going to be a huge hit. So simple too. Definitely got to do some stuff on these. Ooh, look at those Viking boots from Grimfrost. They could have done much better edge work on them though. But they are nice boots. I need to, once I get, I'm getting positioning needles so I can do the other shoe. But I think once those come in, I think I'm also going to start designing myself a pair of boots. And for the shop for winter, and I might be doing something similar to the Grimfrost here. Well, there's a Hedgeby bag with an external pocket. It looks nice and very modern design. Modern, flair on the design there. Very cool stuff. I love all this stuff. To the point where it's almost a problem. Almost. Okay, guys. Well, the hour is starting to wrap up. So, this has been awesome talking with y'all, and yeah, a lot of great ideas, a lot of great information, and as always, I love seeing all your work and stuff. So if you want, just send it to me or post it to the Knightsmith Facebook group. I love seeing your work. It brings me a lot of joy to see the creativity of my friends and followers. And everyone needs a little self-promotion, right? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the show and if you like to support me and my family and the business, go over to patreon.com/Knightsmith. Even $1 a month helps. It really does. Have a good day. I look forward to sharing. Awesome. So guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Thank you for helping make this world better. One kerf at a time, and I'll see you all next week.